Well, it's got my price on it. It's a decent John Deere. A standard trans, flat in the front. Looks like it's probably just been sitting out in the weather forever. Looks like mouse nests are all in it. A snake lived in it. It turns. What do you think? It's a candidate to resurrect, possibly? You can get the key. I don't have my truck with me right now. Let me go see if I can go push it out back and I'll come back and get it. So I can listen to the help of VW Nut Brian, because I do not have a winch any longer in the back of the truck, so we're gonna have to hoof it back there. Old school. Charge to it? I don't know. It's been sitting in my truck. Here's the valve stem on the inside. Probably.
Yes.
It's always in the wrong spot. But then again, we are at
a tire store. You think they have air?
They might have air. We can go fill it. See if this thing works. The compressor was in the on position. Is that a bad sign? Yeah, it ain't working.
Maybe it's just one of them super silent types.
Some days you win. Ah! And some days you win. That might make it a little easier to load, huh?
Hopefully it rolls good.
So once it stays up long enough. We're just gonna go for ramming speed, I think. Hold on, you don't fall off the roof. It's in the hole. It's easy with two people. Stop. Please. Alright, it's a day later. The tire did go flat again, filled that up. Let's go see a better, closer, slower look at what we have. Kawasaki engine, I think it's a 16 horse. I don't know if that's remnants of a snake or... Battery's taken out of it, sitting over there. We'll go check that, see if it's got any charge to it. Hood's got a couple of whacks on it. One there, I think there was one in the front. Signs of critters. I don't know if there's any under the tins or not. You can kind of see it sticking out. Like a switch is missing. Plugs of wires on it. That's the PTO. Check for Earl. What that tells us. Not bad. And it's got some in it. Drop that deck down, get a better look. This is a tire that goes flat. I do not see a bunch of dry rot in it, so we might be able to patch whatever is causing its leak instead of having to fill it with some kind of slime. It's done some towing over its life. The toe ball is egged out. Had a bagger on it at one time too. Seat safety's disconnected. Let's see what's got for gas. We're gonna need a light. Don't see any. Could drop that deck down. Yeah. It's cranked all the way up. Should have a knob somewhere. I think it's this one. We'll do that later. That's the height of it, so I drop that down and allow the deck to drop down a little further. All right, well, this looks terrible. Let's get you on a stand. Let's go check that battery. Got a party's going on outside. Check that battery, see if it's got anything to it. We'll throw that on a charger while we're screwing around with other stuff. See if it'll recover for us. I see bulges out of the sides of it. That's a definite telltale that there's, yeah, it's nothing. Nothing. Let's go throw it on a charger, see if it'll recover while we're screwing around. Yeah, the batteries, if they left this, we know charging them. There goes the deck's down now. No charging them, the water can freeze, and it freezes, it cracks the plates and takes the batteries out. Yeah, let's get a better look at what's happening. I don't see any huge rot holes in it. Everything else is pretty much repairable. Something sitting on top of the deck there. What's that? What do you think that is? Looks like part of a gas can. And we'll get to that later. See if what spins. I don't think the deck's gonna spin though. Let's see. We're more concerned about it running though. Pop the air cleaner. They're loose. That one's loose. Is that a critter living right there? Was. We can look into the engine. I see some nest material, but it looks like somebody possibly might have went in there and cleaned some of the crap out. All right, we're going in. Let's see what looks. That section doesn't look too bad. There you go. There's a winning pile of something. That ought to come off at some point and get cleaned. What do you want to do next? Let's go look at the gas cap. Gas cap, gas hole. Looks like it might be water sitting right in there. Yeah, definitely. Can you see the little ring of? See if we can get it a little closer. If I wiggle it around, you can see that brake line right there. You can't see anything. Hold on. Right. That little brake line right there, that's water. Won't run on water. So this is probably sat on someone's property for a long period of time to the point where it just probably had some broken repair on it and never got saved from there. So we're gonna have to go find that out. What do you think it is? It could have even just have been the water, but it may have been the mower deck failed, or maybe the PTO switch is missing. Hard to say. I think we turned it the other day. Yeah, it does spin. I'm gonna go grab the jumper pack. We're gonna go throw it on the leads, turn the key, That's what happens. Yeah, the gas cap is busted right out of it, so that would definitely let the water in too, especially if the seat was in the up position. Hot. Seat's already been disconnected, so I got nothing. We try putting power right to the starter, or we are going to have a safety that's not being met by one of these. So one of these is going to be the PTO, and one's going to be the safety seat interlock. So if the mower deck was left in the on position, it won't allow you to start it. I'm going to go look for wire colors. Let's go, actually. We got yellow and black going up to the PTO indicator switch. Actually, either one could still do that though. I'm trying to think of which one. I'm gonna say we try jumping this one out. One's gonna have power on it. That'll do. I'll put a test light on them. One's gonna have power, and one's just gonna be a ground circuit. Here we go. Figured it out. Yeah, so the one should have 12 volts on it. Now, on one of the plugs, let's go turn the key on. Actually, let's go see if our light works. The key's in the on position. All right, there. So this one is power, and this one should have nothing on it. So this would be the one that we jumped. This will be the interlock for the whole system, the safety rather. I'm gonna go make a little jumper wire for that. Let's see if that gets us any closer. Nope. Nope. Yeah. All right, let's put power right to the starter. Actually, you know what? I probably have to have a brake pedal down too. Forgot one step. Let's see if this will work for us. Nope. Still nothing. That wasn't it. It actually has two pedals, the clutch and a brake. I would think the clutch more than the brake would be the interlock. Hop up. I'm just going to push them both down. Nope. So seat, mower deck, clutch and or brake pedal. Other than that, I can't see any other safeties not being made. It looks like that starter has a solenoid right on it. So power is going to come down. This is coming right from the battery right to this post. And then it's going to get a signal, probably coming on this white wire, to latch a solenoid or a relay inside here. And it's going to put power back out this side, energizing it. I think that's the way it's going to work. We can actually might be able to cross these two. There we go. It actually sounds pretty decent. Let's go get a little bit of gas, and dribble in the carb, see if she'll fire. Let's give it about that much. Gotta make sure I got the key on. It wants to. It's popping out the exhaust right here. Let's give it a little bit of throttle. Might not be enough to breathe. Nice. It just sounded pretty good too. A little smoky, but sounded good. All right, we got some stuff to work on, but at least we got a good engine. Let's go see if we can figure out how to make it continually run and why it doesn't want to crank with the key. Let's get rid of some of those cobwebs before we open that up. Pop that fuel line off of there. That was underwhelming, huh? I think I saw literally water come out though. Yeah, it's water. Let's get that carb off. It's gonna need it. Judging by that oil filter. It's been a while since that's been changed. Hopefully that carb is not real nasty inside. Should pop loose. Yeah. Let's see if we can wiggle out of these linkages. One. And two. Bring it over to the bench, open her up. My guess is water. Hopefully not too much corrosion. That's not looking good. When rust comes out of the... Oh. There's your problem. As long as stuff moves, the float still moves. Should be able to get that needle out of there. Somebody's getting a bath. Let's see if we can get rid of. Ah, that was smart. Actually, it looks like somebody glued it on. I'm gonna leave that alone. Now I say that right. Let's go get the float out of it. We can get that jet out and that funky air fuel mix screw. I've never seen one like that. That's a weird setup. That was out pretty far already too. I'm not sure what's down the center of that one. It's moving. It should be an emulsion tube that we can push. Sometimes they come out, sometimes they don't. I think I'm going to leave that alone. If it's an issue later on, it will do something. But let's get the eagle and seat out. Yeah, it's sat in there with water for a long time. The stain, everything that bad. Get that off of there. They have a little little spring-loaded. It's gonna fight me too, huh? I don't want to damage it. There's usually a spring-loaded tab. There you go. I don't think it's gonna show. Up on top of that, there's a spring-loaded tab. That when it's that rusty, that generally has the capacity of seizing up. And I don't have the capacity to get a carb kit at the moment, so. Into the bath it goes. We'll let that soak for a while and deal with some other stuff. Don't know if you can see inside that. The needle goes. This might blind it. Might bleach it out too much, I think it is. Yeah. But that is hurting. She's a dirty hole. I could stay out. And you go. Yeah, run it that way. Where the most damage is. Go give her some good vibrations. Let that thing cook for about a half hour. I think we can get this fan shroud off while we're waiting for that to do its thing and get rid of whatever nests are in there. I'm going to save you chasing the hardware. I'll bring you back when we get ready to pop it off and see who decides to go running away, scurrying away. I don't know if you can see from there, but this has to come off for the cover to come off. But someone's been ahead of us and really egged out those screws, so they may be an issue. Try hammering bit down in there, see if we can get it with an impact driver. See if I could smack in the head'll. I think that one went right around. Let's go try some others. Definitely want to try to give it its best bet by giving it a couple taps first to get it set into the screw as much as you can. That one went. Might be able to get that screwed up on with vice grips. And this one's also been pre-damaged. You're going to give you that little. What chances you give me? I'm going to give it 50%. Nope, that's a fail. I'll give this one last. We got the shake and bake, which is another, it's basically a powered version of this. I just cammed it out. Woo. But because they're already stripped out, I don't think it's going to work for us. I don't know. You guys will tell somebody. Looks like they shoved the screwdriver underneath there to pry up on it. Maybe to try to get some of the crap out of it. Move you to the other side so that some of you big guys aren't in my way. See if you can get a little pair of vice grips on it. wasn't sunk down in there so far too. I tried grinding a flat in it. Turns. That one will go. We'll get a regular Phillips screwdriver. Oh, a little bigger one. Let's go with this. Think that one will just turn for us? Yeah, I didn't think so either. Turning, but it's turning. Gotta break the crud loose on it. Got a lot of drag still. I don't think I can get it with the screwdriver. Let's try it now. There we go. Yeah, so that cleanup might have been been accomplished a while ago. It might have been when I was stopped being used in a mice nest. I think we're good to get this. Oh yeah. Packed up pretty good. It definitely does not have the airflow that it should. Air comes from the fan, it blows down around the fins of the engine, exits out down below, and as I'm looking around on it, it's pretty much clogged all the way around. I'll bring you over when I get the light. Get back over on my side, you can see all this packed up inside here. Needs to go. That needs to have the airflow going down below, and that's all. A little bit of it's open. And the same on the other side over here. I think I'm actually going to go attack it with the air gun. I'll dig out what I can over here of this stuff. This is all supposed to be open to down below, it's supposed to be a port. What's that? Half a nut. It's all packed underneath there. Yeah, they hide everywhere. I don't really see any spiders walking around. That's annoying me. Keep running into the magnet. Keep sucking the tool. There's a joke there. Alright, so I'm going to go vacuum and blow this crap out of here. It's more dirt than it is. I'll probably get back in here with an air gun. You look down, actually see light. There's light passing through. All those passengers were clogged. The top was okay, it had some. And then on that side. What happens is one or two things generally. Either it overheats and it blows a head gasket, which this possibly could have an issue with. I do see a bunch of like oily crap in this area. And or one of the seats pop out. The valve seats pop out and the valve doesn't close anymore. It just doesn't have compression. It stops running, but this one runs. So we'll find out later on that if we start running it and either it starts smoking real bad or we just hear like an exhaust pop when we get on it, leaking out of this area. That'll be what the issue is. I think our carb cleaner just shut off. Oh yeah, let's go see how our battery's doing. Just taking any charge. Yeah, a little. And that's it. When the test light runs it down, that's not a good sign. I don't think that's going to recover for us. But we'll let it do its thing anyway. Sometimes you leave them overnight, you come back and the next day they got it. I'm suspecting we're going to have to let this thing go a little bit longer. That was only a half hour. It's much cleaner. This is where... Yeah, I'm gonna let that go for a while. We can get a wire wheel to get that brown rusting off of there. I'm more concerned with up in the jets and up where the needle and seat sit. That's really where that's how our float's doing. Another 30. Let's go see if we can figure out why it has no power to the starter. Are we still hooked up? We got power and ground, yeah. And we have there is a relay down here. You can't see it at the moment. We got the key switch could be an issue. On this, I would think, let's go ground the other end out. Right, so key in the on position. Thought we said we knew we had power over here. Go check my test light. I got the power at the test light. Before I had power at the up here. No, I don't. There we go. Power's on the yellow wire. Okay. So let's switch over to, I'm going to put power on the other end of the test light. So that means anything I touch ground wise now will light up. So if it stabs something, just to, there. Anything that's metal can turn power. So I'm going to see what I have for ground. That's not ground. That is ground. So the blue is ground. So I would say if we go and jump these two, it probably is going to pull in, actually, which, yeah, it should pull in the PTO. No. I'm going to jump them, try to key again. No. Let me double check everything I just said. Alright, so now anything that has power, anything that has ground, this will light up. So that's ground. Nothing. Nothing. If I put my test light back on ground, we should get power there and nothing there. Where does red go? We have yellow, red, and blue. See if I have any of those going down to the starter relay. I don't know what might be an issue though. I have this disconnected and I don't have a ground going to the relay, so the relay's not going to work unless that's grounded. Let me go clamp that on the metal somewhere. On top of that, I also have to clamp those pedals down because one of those is going to have a safety on it. My guess is going to be the clutch pedal. So I'm going to go crawl under there and see if I can push those pedals down and clamp them with vice grips. Because sometimes you have it on the shifter too. It'll have it for neutral. Let's see if that'll. I did the same on the other side, so the clutch is pushed down. Come on now. let's just give her a test. Nothing. Let's go put that jumper back in up top. Still nothing. How about we check the fuse? Looks pretty crappy, but that looks like it might be for the charging system too. And we also have the key. I can pull the wire down out of the key. Sometimes the key part of it gets cruddy. Let me do a little more poking. I'll bring you back. So I'm going to suspect maybe the relay. We'll go probe for what we need. All right, so the test light, yep, other end was grounded. Hold on. Not. Getting in a frenzy. Slow your roll. All right. So that should be power coming from the starter. And it should get a signal. That's ground. And which one goes out? So this wire that's white that turns purple, this is out to the starter. So if we jump power from there to there, that should crank. Something's got to tell it to crank, which is going to be this wire right here. So this is going to be the one that sends a signal down for it to crank. Let's go see if we can wedge that on there and turn that key, see if we get a signal going to the relay. No. Nothing says that it's not a power signal too. So I'm going to swap it so that the test lead is now, the backside of the test lead is got 12 volts. Right. So basically anything I touch metal, the light should light up. So ground should light up. It does. So when this wire is, hold on. So that's the signal coming over. When this wire gets grounded, it makes the relay fire. So, yeah. That is going, what is that? It's coming back from the starter. So this lead needs to see ground. Take it out of there without breaking it. I'll leave it enough alone. All right, so we need to see ground come from there. That's what we're looking for then. So we're gonna go chase the, looks like brown with a white lead. See where that goes and kind of do a little bit of backtracking. Yeah, this cover has no screws in it. Let's see if we can get it out of here. Gotta go wrestle with it on the other side. Before I go chasing my tail, let's go put a jumper in on the seat. Sometimes they're normally open, sometimes they're normally closed. Whether the circuit needs to be opened or closed to be completed, I'm not sure. And we won't hurt it none by making our own. Can I get in there? I guess got it. Give it a crank, see what it does. Let's jumper pack back up again. That's a good ground spot. Let's go right there. All right. Nope. No, I still don't know if that's supposed to be open or closed now in that circuit. I see wires going back to the shifter, to the trans anyway. Let's go put it in crank. Disconnect that. I do see a purple with a white tracer, which is, it's either brown or purple in the front. Hard to tell. I'm not sure. I might want to take the mower deck off of this thing. I think it's going to need a bunch of love anyway. Might be just better off, and that way we can maybe stand the tractor up on end and look underneath it. Well, I didn't want to have to do it, but I'm gonna take the whole pan off the back of the tractor. There is a switch on the transmission that I'm kind of suspect. That, and we have to get the gas tank out and flush it and clean it anyway, so it'll be much easier to get it done while it's off of there instead of trying to deal with it on the machine. So I'll bring you back once all the hardware is out of it. I think it was just 5 volts. Nuts. You know what I meant. I think I would get that out of there, huh? If you want to grab the back end for me, it would definitely help. There's a spring connected to something. I can feel it going bow, bow. Yes, it's making those noises. That was that rod for that. Hang on, keep wiggling. It's got this strange jockey on the other side to get around the shifter you can't see. The mower deck lift, rather. Ah, that's where the spring is. I see it. It's the one for the lever for raising and lowering the mower deck. I knew I heard a spring. That one. That spring hiding under there. I think we get it with a pair of wire cutters, probably. Maybe. I can tell you getting it back on there is going to be fun. You're like right there. Off. There's that weird jog I was talking about with this cutout right here. I was trying to go around. But try that again. Nothing on this side. Come on. You're almost there. Yep. Past that. Get the plug out for the mower deck. There we go. Now I know the trick. Let's see what we got. You can get that gas tank out of the way. Yeah, here's the 2 wires I was talking about. Going down to a safety on the trans. We need to give this thing a good pressure washing too. Ew, hamburger. But it's too late in the evening. I may do that tomorrow. It's like a breather maybe. Here's a crushed wire or something. What would that be? It doesn't have a gas gauge, does it? Why would it have? It wouldn't be an electric fuel pump. It's got a fuel pump on the motor. I wonder what that's supposed to be for. All flattened and crushed like a pancake. Just you can cut that fuel line right off of there. I don't think it's going to have much. Give it a hair more. Much in the way of quality left to it. Feels like plastic. And I don't know if there's anything else holding it. Let's try it. Got it. Yep, something's connected. Oh, that wire. That wire, wherever it goes for whatever it goes for. My guess is going to be low fuel. You know what? It's got a light. You only get a light on the dash. Low fuel. Alright, so you know what that is. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on with these two wires on the neutral safety switch. Still got a lot of something in there. Probably won't call that gas. I bet you that's nice clean water. I guess you can wiggle that out of there. I'm gonna make up another jumper for that. We'll bypass it and see if it'll go after that. Let's put the jumper pack on. Back on. Alright, we have disconnected something else in between, but let's go see. And put it on there. Let's get rid of that one. Let's make sure. What do we say? Ground, right? We ground that, it cranks or fires the solenoid. Let's go get some. Let's get us some ground. Make sure that everything is still doing what it was doing. Nope. I got something disconnected that wasn't disconnected before. So that is definitely the purple with a white tracer that runs out back, and with the jumper on it still doesn't work. But if I tap it, it will continue. So it's not getting a signal to come to back here. Going back is a solid purple wire, and I believe that goes right to the ignition switch. If I go to the ignition switch under purple, there we go. So we do not have a signal coming out of the ignition switch. You knew it was that all along, didn't you? See if we can find one of those. You see the meter? It means it's open right now, and close the circuit. Should go to 0. There you go. So power comes in on this one, on the top post, and the one on below it should just be on and off for the run. So that should be run, which it works. But in the crank position should be this one. When we go to crank, we got nothing. That should be making a signal. I have some switches. They are not here though. But I figure this one doesn't work anyway. So why don't we dissect it and see if we can find out what's wrong with the little contacts in it. Maybe we can clean it, bring it back to life. Possible. If not, we'll just junk it and try to find another one. But for now, let's go play with this one. Yeah, there goes our corrosion. So I think, let's go find out which one it was again. I should have marked what the position was. That's gonna suck. I don't remember what position I took it out of. Is it keyed somewhere? I don't know. Actually, we know. Yeah. Now I'm really gonna make a mess. Knocking them off their homes. All right. So I think it was this one. Yeah, that one or that one. I think these two were the ones we needed to cross. I'm gonna go clean all of these up, clean those little brushes off, see if we can put this back together in the right location, see if it'll work. A lot of C's. It's got a locating notch right there, so that falls into that groove right there. Good. This is parts washing fluid. Just put in a WD spray bottle. So it would have been that one, and I think it's these two. Yeah, I see some pitting on that. Yeah, definitely. That's when I would have drawn a lot of arc. And clean that up. I'll go clean the sweeps up too, and I think we might be able to get it as long as I don't launch the pieces across the room when I'm putting it together. Here's the tricky part. These are so sprung up that they're not located. They got little tabs, but as you can see, they're just kind of like sitting on there. So I gotta push straight down, and hopefully they lock in without kind of flopping off to the side. All right, our little notch is there and there. All right. Let's see if we can. Yeah, there. Come on. What I'm gonna do, while I have it off, I'm gonna open up those. Give us a little bit more room to drop it down now that the disc is out of the way. Yeah, they have to be able to drop right down like that and not stick to my finger. I'm sure the factory had some kind of jig that it sat in. All right, let's go try that again. Right there? All right. Come on. Come on. Got the one on this side. On the other side, though, I think it's fighting us. Yep, I think we got it. And I would say right there is where it's got to stay. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a crimp going. Even just a hammer would do. See if we can pin it on two sides. We got it. Let's electrically test it. Let's go move that to where I can get to the key. You still see? All right, so it's power in on this one, and one click. Where are we anyway? All right. So this one should be a path. It is, and then we should be able to see if we get it. Oh, come on! That's the wrong one. All right. Put that on. I get the wrong circuit. There it is. Because that circuit that gets completed. But I do know it wasn't working before. Because I probed it all different directions. Okay. Let's tap that down all the way around. Go plug it back in, see what happens. Come on. Oh, you suck. Let me make sure I got all the jumpers that are supposed to be in. I think we might need this one. And do I have the one in the rear? I do. Yeah, so I was looking at power coming in on the wrong wire. It goes in on the pink, out on the purple. The pink runs up to that original switch that we were missing. And now, there we go. That didn't take a little while. Yeah, well. The switch definitely needed a little looking into. I'm gonna go put the neutral safety switch in. I'm gonna put a bunch of stuff back together, make sure all the pieces work like they should. But we should be able to give it a little bit of that. Crank the key and have it go. No, you don't. I think the neutral safety switch for the back. Why? What are you doing? Oh, power wire fell off. That'll do it. Good. Tangled web we weave. Let's go get our I think I sunk our float with the basket. Where are you hiding? There you are. Go rinse those off with some water. That emulsion tube is screwed in now that I can see it with all the caca in there. Let's see if it'll break loose though. You really want to clean that. That's where all the pores get nasty. They're open, but they got some crap on them. You see the rust? Good. Glad I was able to get in that far. I might be able to actually get the rest of it. Now we'll leave that one alone. I'll go clean that other part out though. So we got that cleaned out with water and then blown out with an air jet every which direction. Now we got to get that port for the needle and seat to be able to neat and seat to needle and seat. Slides look much better. Definitely had a ton of rust in there before, though. I don't know if you guys can see over the top of that or not. Looks pretty good. Let's reassemble little bits. Got that cleaned out. I want to get that one more shot with air. You want to try to get the tightest fitting screwdriver. I took this one, I ground the sides down a little bit, see? So that it would fit down in there. That one. Then it had a cap that went on top of it, right? Actually the bowl nut. Yeah, just a bowl nut. Then we have I feel like I'm forgetting something. Nope. I felt like I had something above that. Other than the, like I said, the bowl nut. Is that one? This one. And the air fuel mix. We hide. Where were you? I know I'm looking right at it. That's not it. Was it there? And that one's in the wrong spot? I don't think so. Yeah. Having a cement head moment. Drop it. I don't think so. Or maybe so. You I feel like I went in this way. Old age, it'll get you sometimes. That's right. I knew there was one that was in there. You guys are screwing with me. Sometimes I question my own sanity. There. I knew it was supposed to be. I just envisioned a little bit larger. I've heard that before in my life too. All right, let's get a float. We have to get that back on there. That should have like a spring-loaded pin in there. I think it's seized. I'm going to leave it well enough alone, because if you collapse it, you cannot get it to go back up. And if that's the case, then it will not function at all. Get in there. I seem to recall you not wanting to play on the way out either. Yeah. Nope. Don't make me get the microscope out. I'm going to have to go to the last shot. Did I get it? Nope, 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 nope. I'm going to go into the scope so I can see what I'm doing. Now I got it. Yeah, I never would have got that before. I think I should be able to take it and not blow through, but then flip it over. Yes. No, so the valve is working. Needle seat is working, so that's good. I think we could throw that back on there. Figured out why there's so oil stainy around this area. There's a breather that comes out and it's supposed to go back to the air intake system, and it just sucks in any crankcase ventilation. Well, this was crushed. It looks like it was sitting in there, something like that. I'm gonna do my best. I might throw that in some hot water, see if it'll regain its form, and we can get that put back in like it should. Got the carb back on. I actually ended up taking a screwdriver through that rubber bushing and then heating it up and letting it cool off, and that made it straight again. I'm trying to get a piece of fuel line on here, just temporarily. Come on. There we go. And that way we can fill it. We can run it. Something to the fuel system. I suspect water is probably going to dribble out of here as that fuel pump runs for a little bit. That's full already. Well, let's go find out. Seems like that should have taken more. So we'll give her a little prime. And our key should work. Should. I still gotta adjust the air fuel mix too. Let me go run that about 2 turns out. That's why they had that weird star on there, because it's in such a goofy place.
That's good.
Awesome. That's a good prize. Well guys, it's late in the evening. I want to take this thing out and pressure wash it probably tomorrow, and we can start doing a little bit more love to it that it needs. But I know the engine's decent, so I'm happy with that. We can move more forward with saving the rest of it. But for this night, we're gonna go call it and make this a couple of parter, I guess, because it's just not all gonna happen in one video unless you want to watch a 4-hour-long video. Guys, thank you all for hanging out with me and just having some fun wrenching on old rusty junk and bringing it back to life, and I just enjoy it, and I hope you guys too. Till then, later. But before we leave, let's go see how our battery's doing. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's still, that's probably like 8 volts. That's about 14. I'll let that go overnight. I don't think it's hot. Nah, it'll be fine. I'll just move some of the crap that's around it in case it decides to spew.